Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my Sephora VIB haul, sale, whatever you want to call it. So I actually placed 2 orders from Sephora. They had this sale. I think it's a little bit different this year. I'm just a regular VIB. I'm not Rouge. Rouge is the highest level. It's when you spend, I think it's like $1,000 in a year. So I think I like just missed that last year. So I'm just regular VIB right now. So I'm pretty sure previous years, for the Christmas like fall sale, the VIB always got 20%. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it was. So I was waiting for this sale, saving up, because this is the best sale pretty much they do of the year, the 20% off. So when I got the little card, it actually said VIBs only got 15% off this year. So, I mean, that was fine. I still placed 2 orders, but obviously the 20% would have been nice. But anyway, it was 15%. So let's just jump right into the video. I ended up placing 2 orders on Sephora.com. The coupon code, I believe, was good for in-store as well, but I just used it for the 2 online orders. So this is my box right here. Like I said, I placed 2 orders, so I just threw everything together in this one box. Okay, so let's just jump right in. So the first thing I got, this was the first order I placed. I just got 2 things off the first order. So this is my face wash. It's probably going to be hard to see because it's bright white, but it's the Origins, if you can see that. The Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. This is in, it says limited edition. I think that's just because of the size. This is like the extra large size. This is the 8.5 fluid ounces. I can't even remember what the regular one I get is, but the bottle is about like this big, so it's giving you extra. So I just got this because this was like the better deal. The one that I normally get, this is 8 ounce, so maybe it's like 6 ounce, the one I normally get. The bottle's about like this big from here to here, and that one is $24, I believe. So I saw this on the website and this was only $29, so I thought for $4 more, why not just go with the big one. Again, this is my favorite face wash. I use it all the time. I haven't been using it because I ran out, but I use this pretty much every night with my Clairsonic. Yeah, so limited edition, it says. I really don't know why this says limited edition. It has like fancy kind of packaging with these green like leaves or whatever on there, so maybe that's why, or maybe it's just because it's the larger size, it's limited edition. But anyway, so that's the first thing that I got for my first order. And then the second thing that I got is another Tom Ford fragrance. I wanted to add this to my collection. I actually already opened this just because I had been dying to smell this. This is Tom Ford Fucking Fabulous. So this is the bottle that it comes in. I've been wanting this like forever, pretty much since it came out, but I just never got it. I never purchased it because it was so expensive. They only had it in like, I'm not even sure what the size was, but it was just like a standard size perfume. Just like a regular size, and I think that it was like $320, $330, something like that. It was just really expensive, so I could never bring myself to buy it. Plus, I had never smelt this one before. I'm pretty sure they only have the Tom Ford fragrances in certain Sephoras, like near where I live. In the one that they do have all the Tom Ford fragrances, they never had this one, so I couldn't test it, and that's just a lot of money to drop on a perfume fragrance like that you've never even smelled before. I mean, I knew it's Tom Ford, so I knew I would probably like it because I'm pretty much obsessed with all his fragrances and like all of them. But anyway, so finally I was so excited to see that they just came out with this. It's like the travel size fragrance. It just says 10 ml. That's how much is in there, but I guess you would call this like the travel size. So this was $55. I mean, you definitely don't get a lot for the dollar. Like, the packaging is beautiful, and it looks a lot bigger than it is, like, for how much fragrance is actually in there. I have a few of these sizes, and it's not the best value, but I don't care. I like these fragrances. It's not something that I'm probably going to use every day, and 55 is a lot more affordable than 330, especially when you've never smelt it before. So yeah, I'm really excited that I got this. So this is the packaging. It's just a beautiful black matte bottle, and then it just says Tom Ford on the top with the white, and that's it. There's like literally nothing else on the bottle. It's just plain black matte, really sleek. It just has the TF on the top there. And then all these types of bottles, like this size, the little like travel size, I guess you would call it, has the magnetized top. So the cover just comes off, and it's just like a magnet. It just kind of like snaps back on there, which I just think is really fun and a cool detail. I mean, I don't know. I just like it. I enjoy it. I think it's cool that it magnetized. And okay, so the scent is really nice. I had opened this, like I mentioned, and I sprayed it just because I wanted to test it as soon as I got it, and I really like it. It's I guess it's, I would say, kind of like an acquired scent. It's probably not going to be for everyone. It's definitely one of his gender neutral scents. I think that a man or a woman could wear this and get away with it. It's kind of like hard to describe. It's almost like when you first smell it, I smell kind of like a leather type smell and like incense, kind of, like, if that makes sense. I don't know, but the longer I wore this, the more I really enjoyed it, and I could just like appreciate the depth of the scent, and I really like this. I'm glad I got this one. It's nice for my collection. I collect Tom Ford fragrances. I have quite a few of them, and yeah, I'm really excited that I finally got this. So that's Tom Ford, fucking fabulous, and it is pretty fucking fabulous. So yeah, I think it lives up to the name. Okay, so that was it. Just those first two things was from my first order. Now let's jump into the second order. So the second order I placed, the first thing I got was this Fenty Beauty. It's kind of like a holiday kit. So it's Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. And this is the Bomb Baby 2. It says mini lip and face set. So you get one highlighter. This is the Kilowatt Foil Highlighter in the shade, where is this? In the shade Sandcastle. And then you get one lip gloss. It's just, it says Universal Lip Luminizer Gloss Bomb in the shade Sweet Mouth. So I'll open these up and swatch them. I just thought this kit was really cute. I haven't tried a ton from the Rihanna line, the Fenty Beauty line, but I tried her bronzer this summer and I really liked it. I had really been enjoying that bronzer. I've used it quite a lot. I think the packaging is beautiful. She has this kind of like octagon, I think that's what you call it, shape. Like a lot of the products are in this shape as well, so it's like the highlighter, the bronzer, a lot of them come in this shape. The bronzer looks like this too, but this has a really pretty white finish. It's almost like iridescent if you look at it in like the certain light. So, oh, this is so pretty. So this is the highlighter right here. It's kind of like a champagne color that they probably call it Sandcastle because it looks kind of like sand. So yeah, let's swatch it here. It's so pretty. Oh my god, it's so metallic. This is gonna be gorgeous. So that's the color right there. I almost want to like put this on right now. I'll just swatch it because if I put it on, it's probably gonna look a mess. All right, so let's just swatch it right there. Ooh, that's so pretty. These are, I haven't really tried, I don't think I've tried any of her highlighters, but I really like that formula just from swatching it. It's really creamy. It went on really smooth. The color is gorgeous. So yeah, that's the Kilowatt highlighter in Sandcastle, and I'm super excited to try this out and get it on my face. So I will be using that soon. And then the other product right here is the lip gloss. This is, what is this shade again? It's called Sweet Mouth, so it's just like a really light pink pretty like baby pink shade. And honestly, I don't really use lip gloss like ever. Like I'm just not a huge lip gloss person. Mainly I like never really have been, and it's because of my hair. Like I've pretty much always had long hair, and it's just like lip gloss and long hair is just a pain in the ass. Like, you know, if you have long hair and you wear lip gloss and you go outside and it's a sticky gloss, and as soon as the wind blows, your hair is like this. And I don't know, I'm just all set with that. I just don't like that feeling when the gloss is like sticky on your lips. Like, if it dries down, I'm okay with it, but I'm just not a huge fan of lip gloss. I never have been. I like how it looks in pictures and stuff. Like sometimes I'll do a liquid lip and then put a gloss over it, and I just think that looks really pretty. It just kind of gives like that wet look, which I like. I just don't normally wear it on a day-to-day basis, but I don't know, I just thought this kit looked really cute and I wanted to try it out. So how I probably will wear this is what I just said. I would use a liquid lipstick and then I would just put this over it. So let's just swatch this right here, if you guys can see that. You see that? It's just like a light sheer pinky gloss. Yeah, it's pretty. It smells good. Ooh, it smells really good. It smells like cake batter, kind of. So yeah, that's pretty. I think it will be a really nice one. And like, if I do wear a gloss, this is definitely the color I would go for. Like something like nude almost, just with a little hint like sheer of color. So I think this will be really pretty to wear on your own if you just want to like moisturize your lips, or I think it would be a really nice one to wear over a liquid lipstick, which is probably how I will be wearing it. Okay, so anyway, let's see, what is the next product that I got in here? Here's some little like samples. I just got a bunch of these samples. I always get like the little fragrance samples. They let you pick 2 samples per order now. So this is the Floral Street Neon Rose. I don't think I actually even chose this. I think they just included this, because sometimes when you choose the samples, if they're like sold out of them, especially when they have like the sales going on in Sephora, certain samples like that you choose, if they're out of them, they'll just throw whatever in your bag. So that's fine, you know. I'll try this one. It's probably pretty, Neon Rose. And then I got this one, the YSL. I don't know, it just says YSL. I don't know if this is just like the original scent, or I don't know. YSL. So I got that one, and then what else? Here's another one. I got Nomad by Chloe. So these are all just little fragrance samples that I got that I'll add to my collection, because I'm like a fragrance mini collector, hoarder, whatever you want to call it. I love those little samples, especially to bring with me when I travel. And then this is the last little sample that I got. I got the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I've heard really great things about this brand. I've never actually tried anything from this brand, but I thought this deep conditioning hair mask would be a good one to try. My hair is like pretty damaged and dry, so yeah, I just wanted to try that out. So it's cool that they actually had this sample and didn't replace it with something else, because this is definitely one that I actually wanted to try. Alright, what else is in here? Oh, okay, this I'm super excited for. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Ghost Palette. What is it called? Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost Palette by Hourglass. So this is the holiday limited edition palette. They come out with one, I'm pretty sure this is limited edition. It has to be. They come out with one of these like every year, and recently I started using one of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders, just like the regular face powder, and it's a beautiful powder. I'm kind of obsessed. I actually used it all up, and I just bought it in the mini size, which is actually the size of these powders. So I'm probably going to purchase the larger size of that, but I just figured this would be perfect to try this palette out, because it has 6 different, oh, there's like a huge mirror in here. It has 6 different powders in here, and just for the price, I mean, this is like pricey, it was $80, but one of these powders on its own is like almost $50, so this way you get to try 6 different products, and it's like half the price. If you bought each one of these separately, that's like $50. So we have, let me try and see if I can do this. This mirror is so freaking big. I don't even know if my whole hand can fit over this. Okay, so we have a bronzer shade right here. They have 2 blush shades. I believe this is the highlighter shade, and then I think these are 2 just like face powders. So the one I was talking about, I think, is actually in this palette. I think it's is it diffused light? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's diffused light is the one. Yeah, so that's the one in the middle here. It's the yellow one. The top middle shade, that's called diffused light. That's the one that I've been obsessed with and been using a lot, because I pretty much used up the whole powder. There's barely any left in the pan. So it's just like a face setting powder. It's just a beautiful powder. It leaves like that lit from within, glowy look. It's not dry at all. And yeah, it's just a gorgeous powder. So I'm really excited to try the bronzer and the blushes and the highlight from this palette. So now I'll just go ahead and swatch them. So I guess we're gonna start, I'll just go across the top and then the bottom. So I'm gonna start with Dim Light. This was the first one, and I believe this has gotta just be a face powder. It just looks like kind of almost like a pink undertone powder. So this is Dim Light, right? You're probably not gonna be able to see these very well, especially like the face powders, because they're probably just gonna blend in on my skin, but I'll swatch them anyway. So that's Dim Light. And then this is the one, the only thing I don't really like about this packaging is I'm already getting fingerprints like all over it. It's just that kind of like mirror finish, and it's just, yeah, kind of like impossible to not mess up and get fingerprints everywhere, but that's okay. It's the product inside that actually matters. So, okay, and then this is Diffused Light. So this is the one, can't even see where I saw shadow. This is the one I've been using a lot just for like a face part. You can see that one a little bit better. It's a little bit like yellow toned. So yeah, I've been using that as just like a face setting powder. And then next up we have, what is number 3? We have, so this is what they're considering the highlighter. It's a strobing powder. It's called Iridescent Strobe Light. So yeah, the first 2 are considered face powders. This is the highlight in the palette. I'm going to put that right here. Hopefully you can see it. It's kind of like hard to see. All these powders, they're very kind of like sheer formula. They're not like a super metallic highlight like that. It's more like that natural, glowy, like glow from within type of look. So if you're looking for an intense, like metallic highlighter, this is probably not for you. This isn't going to do that. These are just beautiful. They're like finishing powders. That's what I would call them, the face powders. And even that highlight, it's not super metallic at all, but it just leaves a very beautiful finish. Like you could almost use that as a highlight to highlight the high points of your face, and then do like a metallic type highlight over it if that's what you're going for and you want something really intense. Okay, so I actually just went and washed my arm off, so I had a little bit more room to swatch the rest of this palette. So moving on, the 4th powder is actually the bronzer, and it's called Eternal Bronze Light. So I'll just show you, that's this one right here. So we'll swatch it. It actually looks pretty light for a bronzer. I don't know if this is gonna show up that much on me, maybe like in the middle of winter when I'm like really fair, but let's see how it swatches. Yeah, I mean, I guess it shows up. It's pretty light. It should probably give like a nice just little bronze. I mean, I'll definitely still contour with like a cooler tone shade like this so you can really see it, but I mean, I think that'll work for me. It's a little bit light, but Still looks like really pretty shade. So then the next one, two more left, and they're both blushes. So I'm not sure if these are supposed to have different finishes or something. Number 5 says it's a strobe blush, and it says iridescent rose. Maybe because, like, see the bottom middle one? That's the one that says it's a strobe blush, probably because it has like the lighter parts going through it. So maybe it's kind of like a highlighter and a blush mixed together. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just swirling the whole thing around together. And then I'm just gonna swatch it to see what it looks like. So there's this one. Ooh, that one's really pretty. That looks like a really pretty blush. I love blush. I'm just obsessed with blush. I just love it. So that looks gorgeous. I'm actually really excited to try that one. So what was that called again? That's the strobe blush, and it's called Iridescent Rose. And another reason why I got this, because I wanted to try a variety of the products. Since I've been loving that face powder so much, I just had a feeling that I was going to love like the blushes and maybe the bronzer and stuff, just because of the finishes of the powders. So yeah, I'm really excited that I get to try a variety of products. If I do fall in love with some of these, I'm sure I will probably purchase the larger size, because I'm definitely going to be purchasing the larger size of that face powder, the dim light shade. So the last shade we have in here is, it just says it's a regular blush, and it's called Sublime Flush. So I already just swatched it there. This is a little bit lighter shade. It's like a very light baby pink. So there it is right there. Again, very pretty. I'm probably more excited for this one, the one with a little bit more color in it. These shades all run pretty light. I think this palette is definitely probably for someone with light, maybe light to medium skin tone. I feel like even on my skin tone, a lot of the shades are pretty light, but I feel like I can get them to work for me, but maybe like in the summertime, I'm not even sure if all these will work for me, but I know they said that, I'm pretty sure they're coming out with this same palette, but like in a darker version, like a medium to dark skin tone, so that will be great if they do. But for now, this is the one I got, and I am excited for the products, and I think they look really pretty. So next up, I got this lipstick by Kat Von D. It's just one of her liquid lipsticks. It's the Everlasting liquid lipstick in the shade Sanctuary. Kat Von D liquid lipsticks are great. I've used them for years now. She had a whole bunch that were on sale. I'm not sure if they were like limited edition colors or what, or why these particular ones were on sale, but this one just looked really pretty. This was definitely like one of my go-to shades. It's just like a cool tone, kind of like nude shade. This almost reminds me of Lolita by Kat Von D, the liquid lipstick. It looked pretty similar, but I didn't have this one. This one looks maybe like a little bit more brown toned than Lolita. Lolita pulls a little bit warmer on me anyway, I think, just from looking at it in the tube, but we'll see. I'm gonna swatch it. But anyway, the whole thing that I was saying, she had some of them on sale, and I got this for only $8 plus like the 15% off, so that was awesome. These are normally $20, so I just figured I would try this shade out. So let's just swatch this right here. Yeah, that's a beautiful shade. Definitely a go-to shade for me. I would wear this probably like year round, but especially now in the fall, moving into winter, it's more of like a deeper nude with a little bit cool and purpley type undertone. So this is perfect for this time of year. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I'm sure I'll be wearing it all the time. And then one more thing that I got here. Let's take this out of the packaging. So I got the ABH Norvina collection. There's like 3 of these, the Pro palettes. I already have the purple one, but this was a limited to Sephora palette. So this is the Norvina Pro Pigment palette volume 3, and I'm sure they probably have this on the ABH website, I think, but I know Sephora was the only other store carrying this, like you can't get it on Ulta or anything like that. So this palette, to me, a lot of the shades look very like summertime shades, but it was just such a gorgeous palette. I couldn't not get this, and I had the coupon, so I just figured I would go ahead and pick it up. If I can open this, let me see. Yeah, the other side. Hold on. 1 minute. Okay, there we go. So the packaging is beautiful. It matches the outside box, which is really nice. It's beautiful, like orange with these really pretty gold butterflies. And this palette, these palettes have like the biggest mirror of life that I've freaking ever seen in a palette. It's kind of ridiculous. Let me take this sheet off. It's just like insane. So these are like great for travel. I mean, yeah, it's like a huge palette and it might be kind of awkward to travel with, but I mean, you could package this up and I would travel with a palette like this. And the mirror is just insane. Like if you didn't have anywhere good to get ready and not like no mirror or anything really available, or any like big mirror that actually would work for makeup, this is like insane. It's a huge mirror right here. So I would take this with me. So this whole entire thing right here is a mirror. I'm not going to turn it around because obviously I'll blind you guys. So I'm just going to take this cover and hold it over there so I can show you guys all the gorgeous shades. So here are all the shades. Like I was saying, this is a very, to me, like summertime palette. Like, look at all these neon shades and bright shades, like the greens, the yellow, the pink. It's just so pretty. I couldn't like not get this. It's not super wearable and they're not colors that I use all the time, but like for on the day-to-day, you know, but for my creative makeup looks and stuff, I just thought this would be great. The purple one I've already tried, and the shadows are so pigmented. They just blend beautifully, and yeah, I just had to pick this up. I'll go through and swatch it for you guys. I think I'm going to just like cut this video and go ahead and swatch them on my arm, then come back and just show you the swatches on my arm, because there's so many, I'd just be here forever, and I'm probably not even going to be able to fit like half of these on my arm. I'm probably gonna have to wash it off and just swatch like maybe like 2 rows at a time or something. So let me just go do that. I'm gonna swatch the first couple rows, or as many I can fit on my arm, and I'll be right back to show you guys some swatches. Okay, so I just went and swatched the top 2 rows of the palette. So the swatches are going to start here with this yellow shade, and I just went across the top row, then across the second row. So I fit like 2 rows on one arm. So here are the swatches of the top 2 rows. Super pretty, pigmented, bright shades. Okay, so next up, I swatched the next 2 rows. So let's see right here, I started with this row, the middle row, and then the 4th row. So these are the swatches right here. Again, very beautiful shades, very pigmented. There's all kinds of finishes in this palette. There's a ton of matte shadows. There's some more like foily metallic ones. Sorry, just trying to put this cover down. Like this green one right here is gorgeous. It's just kind of like a foil metallic, and there's others that are like slightly more glittery. They're also foily, but the texture is just like a little chunkier. So these golds are almost like more, almost like a thicker type shadow with a little more glitter in there. But yeah, again, very pretty. All of them. So there's just 1 row left to swatch, the bottom row, so I'll go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so the last row of swatches, right here, it's going to be this 5th row across the bottom, and here you go, right here, that purple shade on the bottom. This shade is like gorgeous. I can't wait to use that. I'll probably use that all over the lid. It's just a really pretty like pinkish purple, kind of metallic. And like I said, there's definitely different finishes in this palette. Let me try and count them. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a ton of mattes. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's like 16 mattes in this palette, which is awesome. That's a ton of mattes. Then there's that shimmer finish. I'd say there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably 5 or 6 of that shimmer finish, and then the glitter, 1, 2, like 3 of the glitter type finish. The glitter finish is actually really glittery. I tried to like wipe these swatches off, and definitely there was like glitter still all over my arm. So for those gold shades, I would definitely probably recommend some type of like glitter glue or glitter primer just to get them to really adhere. But that is it for this palette. I'm definitely really glad I got this. It's so pretty. I think I'll get a ton of use out of it, and I'm excited to use it in some looks and maybe tutorials and stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. That's gonna wrap up this haul. So this is everything I got from the Sephora VIB like winter sale, holiday sale, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.